Let's welcome to the show from House Ways and Means Committee, New York Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis. Congresswoman, good to see you again. As usual, the New York Post said it best. We can put the front cover of the New York Post up. Kids sacrifice. And, as I just told Nate, once again, they went through so much during the past 2 years of the COVID. We saw test scores drop. Now they're not going to have gymnasiums to go to. What can you do about it?
It's an absolute tragedy what we're seeing happening to our children. They did lose that 2-year instruction, and now they're having their gyms taken over by the mayor to house migrants. The answer is simple. The mayor needs to stop misinterpreting New York City's right to shelter law. This law from 1979 was a court decree that required the city house homeless New Yorkers. It was never meant for individuals who are citizens of other countries or individuals who strolled into across our border last week. This is what he has created by misinterpreting and insisting that the migrants need to be housed here in New York City.
But, New York has declared itself a sanctuary city. I don't think it was Mayor Adams who did that, but he hasn't rescinded that designation, has he?
No, he has not. And by the way, sanctuary city never meant free housing for those individuals. Right. So he could rescind sanctuary city policy. Certainly, what Bloomberg and Giuliani were doing were very different than what Bill de Blasio and Eric Adams are doing under sanctuary policy. But the other thing is the President of the United States. The mayor needs to tell the President of the United States to roll back his executive orders. He came in on day one and rescinded policies that were working and stemming the flow. He can go back to President Trump's policies today if he wants, and this would stop. He can even go back to President Obama or Bill Clinton's policies, and it would not be this bad. That is what we can't understand, why the president continues to do this to tax-paying Americans. It is really wrong, and I hope that the Democrats in New York City start pushing back against these ridiculous policies.
Well, one thing that the president said is right. We are a nation of immigrants. Obviously, your last name indicates that. I married an immigrant. We are a nation of immigrants. That keeps us lively and alive and regenerates our economy. But if people are coming here to work, that's great. If people are coming here just to take what the government is giving them in a welfare state, that is very unhealthy.
Well, look, I think there's a compromise here for sure, because Republicans passed a border security bill the other day. And guess what? It does exactly what the Customs and Border Patrol agents tell us they need to do their job. And it also returns us back to the Trump-era policies that were working and stemming the flow. The Senate, however, has passed zero policy. If they don't like our bill, they should pass their own. But let's reconcile and get this done. We can do both issues, address our labor shortage. We can add more work visas and family-sponsored visas, but we have to do it the right way. As you said, the way my family came, your family came, we have laws and they must be followed.
Yeah, but the combination of an open border and a welfare state is the worst of two worlds. It really is pulling this country down, and it's not just New York, it's happening all over the country. Congresswoman, thank you so much for being here. Nicole Malliotakis, appreciate it. Well, OpenAI